Now you may wonder, what exercises are good for you? Well, we have a few, like running, swimming. And let's share with you what is good about running. Now, running is a great exercise because it can work out both your arms and legs at the same time, because you can run with your hands and legs both working together and in coordination. So running is a good form of exercise, and it's one that doesn't take up too much time. It's also good for your health, and you actually can determine how much time you want to run, how far you want to run. So it's really all within your control, and you can actually look at how you are going to increase your running distance day to day, week to week, depending on your fitness. So it's really very flexible. Now this video is not about running, but it's about how to make running good for your heart. And by running, I mean how much it will help you with your health, not like will it go down well for me. Running can be a great exercise, but it also has a lot of risks associated with it, like wear and tear on the joints and potential for injury. I mean, these are what I call the side effects which may happen, but wear and tear definitely will be an area if you don't protect yourself, you don't take the necessary precautions. Now in this video, we'll go over some tips that will help you get the most out of your runs without risking injury or any other negative side effects. Is good running really good for you, or is it good for the elderly? Now, runners are often made out to be an elite group of people, but in reality, runners come from all walks of life and include the elderly too, because you do see a lot of elderly folks out on the run. I mean, it may be at a pace which is comfortable to them. It can be slow, it can be fast. It really depends on the individual fitness. A lot of older adults can benefit from running, as it helps with balance, flexibility, and weight control. Now, running isn't just good for your health, it also has a ton of other benefits. It's what we do to keep fit, lose weight, stay healthy. And with the likes of some of the brands of running shoes, they release some really snazzy trainers, which means you look at it and you want to buy it, not just because you want to run, but because it looks good on you when you wear it. Running has never really been so much fun. It's so colorful, it's so much design. But do you know that it can also help your mental health too? Do you know that running is good for your heart? Running can significantly improve your physical and mental health. It's a form of aerobic exercise. Running can reduce stress, improve your heart health, and even help alleviate symptoms of depression. Now, how good is that? You may wonder, depression really? Yes. Some researchers think that running may be so good for us because it's something we are evolved to do. There's no question that running changes your heart. Now, the issue is whether these changes are good or bad. I don't mean the occasional 3 mile once a week or twice a week. Although this is a minimal amount of exercise, seems to be having to have positive health benefits. In a study done that was following 55,000 adults for more than 15 years, concluded that even modest routes of running, around 50 minutes a week in total, causes a 30% drop in an all-cause mortality risk and an average increase of 3 years in lifespan. Now, isn't that absolutely good news? The results of this study were fairly flat with respect to running time, distance, frequency, amount, time, and speed compared to non-runners, although persistent runners had the most significant benefit. Naturally, of course, when you're running regularly, you will reap benefits of running. Now, we caution that further research is needed to determine whether there is an upper limit to the amount of vigorous physical activity, beyond which additional exercise provides no further mortality reduction. Now, what does that mean? Basically, it means that is there a point beyond which further exercise will not benefit you? So it's really simple, because As we run faster and further, we will gain more and more benefits up to a certain limit. In other words, can too much running be bad for you? The issue here is that what happens long term to your heart if you are a pretty serious runner, averaging say 20 or more miles a week consistently for a long time. Exercise may be the most important component of a healthy lifestyle, but like any powerful drug, you've got to get the dose right. Excessive running may thicken the heart tissue, cause fibrosis or scarring, and this may lead to atrial fibrillation or irregular heartbeat. Now, prolonged exercise may also lead to oxidative stress, a buildup of free radicals that may bind with cholesterol to create plaque in your arteries. So, as we always say, never do too much of anything. Too much of anything may not be necessarily good for you. There is a limit. It makes some sense that too much of a good thing may end up being bad for you. The question is, how accurate can these assertions be in longitudinal studies, where many conflicting factors are taken into account? Each person is different genetic makeup and predisposition to disease, to different diet, to different lifestyle. These variables, as well as others like body mass index, blood pressure, and cholesterol levels, are routinely either ignored or adjusted in studies to make the statistical analysis more manageable. Unfortunately, we don't have copies of the same person doing different things for a more direct comparison. You only have one person, and one person is all that you have for each individual. So it's no question, when I run up steep trails or when I'm running up the stairs, I can feel the stress in my heart, sometimes to the point that I need to slow down and hike up in order to get things under control. Have you ever felt the same situation? Your body is usually good at telling you when you are going over the limit. We all have a maximum heart rate, and using a watch with heart monitors can be immensely useful to track your heart's effort. However, we can't see what's going on inside, whether our heart tissue is getting thicker and our arteries are progressively more blocked. Hence the interest in these discussions among experts, despite their usually confusing conclusions. Now, those who run regularly, or what you call endurance runners, can have hearts that are 50% bigger than normal, more muscle to pump blood to those working muscles. Their arteries are wide and more expandable so that more blood can flow. The resting heart rates are slower. They have more abundant capillaries, improving blood circulation to tissues. So even if there will be an increase in calcium buildup in arteries, potentially leading to clogging, it could be less damaging for a non-runner with thinner arteries and less capillaries. So you see, one of the runners who are regular in the exercise can have a much benefit from the health. Also in runners, such plaques tend to be denser and thus less breakable. The evidence is not final, but it's also not as bad as many think. The health benefits of running short or long distances are so overwhelmingly positive that they swarm potential dangers. There's another aspect to this discussion, the physiological reasons why people run. Furious runners have a commitment that goes beyond just exercising for good health. Generally, the more they run, the more they feel connected to their inner selves. The more clearly they see themselves and the task ahead. So it gives them a much clearer vision. There's something exhilarating about running, the freedom to move on the road or a trail that sends us back to our primal selves. If you are a beginner, it may take a while to break through the initial barrier of physical discomfort. But with persistence comes big payoff, and this is an emotional, not just a medical payoff. As we evolve, we became more able to run for longer distance after prey, hunting, having an endurance that antelope or deer don't have. This is in our genetic makeup. So modern life takes this away from us, as we spend hours a day sitting in front of screens, motionless except for our hands and fingers. The act of running connects us with our ancient past, awakening a part of us that lays dormant, hidden underneath our daily routine. So every runner should listen to his or her body and slow down and stop if necessary. I do sometimes wear an ID brand just in case something happens that is not expected on some remote mountain trail. Consulting a sports physician is essential if you are to become a serious runner. But once you have the potential medical factors ruled out, those of us who love running can't live without it. Whatever goes on in the heart and arteries, the mind only gets clearer in the road. Now, next one, which I think is good for everybody, is swimming. Why? Because it's a great low-impact workout that builds muscles all over the body while also building endurance and cardiovascular fitness. The water supports your weight, so there's no impact on joints and bones, which is good news for elderly folks. Now, swimming is a great exercise for a lot of reasons. As mentioned, it's low impact, so you won't hurt yourself. It's good for your heart and lungs. Now, I'm not talking about the Olympic swimming competition, just your normal average swim. Now, if you're looking for a fun way to exercise and have some time in the pool, this is good for you. And of course, being in the water is cooling. So if it's a hot day, swimming is just wonderful and you don't have a sweaty body that you may not like. So swimming is a great workout and an excellent way to keep fit, but many people may think it's boring. Now, you may have heard that the recommended adults get 150 minutes of moderate activity or 75 minutes of vigorous activity each week. Now, swimming is an excellent way to work your entire body and the cardiovascular system. An hour of swimming burns almost as many calories as running, without all the negative impact on your bones and your joints. There are a host of benefits you may gain from swimming laps regularly. Read on and find out and how you do incorporate swimming into your routine. Now, what are the benefits? It works your whole body. One of the biggest benefits of swimming is that it truly works your entire body, head to toe. Now, swimming increases your heart rate without stressing your body. It tones your muscles, it builds strength, and it builds endurance. There are various strokes you can use to add variety to your swimming workout, including breaststroke, backstroke, side stroke, butterfly, freestyle. Now, each of these type of strokes focuses on different muscle groups, and the water provides a gentle resistance. No matter what stroke you swim, you're using most of your muscle groups to move your body throughout the water. And good news, it works your insides too. While your muscles are getting a good workout, your cardiovascular system is too. Swimming makes your heart and your lungs strong. Swimming is so good for you that researchers share it may even reduce your risk of death. Compared to inactive people, swimmers have about half the risk of death. So, go for swimming, it's good for you, even if you are a senior citizen. Now, is it appropriate for people with injuries, arthritis, and other conditions? Now, swimming can be considered a safe exercise option for people with arthritis, injury, disability, other issues that make high-impact exercises difficult. Swimming may even help reduce some of your pain or improve your recovery from an injury. One study showed that some people with osteoarthritis reported significant reductions in joint pain and stiffness. And what's the good news is they experience less physical limitation after engaging in swimming-like activities and cycling. What is more interesting, there was little to no difference in the benefits between the two age groups. So swimming seems to have so many of the benefits as described as land exercises. If you want non-swimming water activities, try these water exercises for people with arthritis. It's also a good option for people with asthma. The humid environment of indoor pools makes swimming a great activity for people with asthma. Not only that, but breathing exercises associated with a sport like holding your breath helps expand your lung capacity and gain control over your breathing. Swimming may increase your risk for asthma because of the chemicals used to treat pools. Talk to your doctor about the potential risks of swimming if you have asthma, and if it's possible, look for a pool that uses salt water instead of chlorine. It's also good for people with multiple sclerosis, and they will find swimming beneficial. Water makes the limb buoyant, helping to support them during exercise, and water also provides a gentle resistance. Swimming is an efficient way to burn calories. I think we all know that. The 160-pound person burns approximately 423 calories an hour while swimming laps at a low or a moderate pace. How wonderful! Now, it improves your sleep. Swimming may have the power to help you sleep better at night. And you wonder, how so? Now, older adults with insomnia, well, participants reported both a boost in quality of life and sleep after engaging in regular aerobic exercise. Older persons experience some level of insomnia, so this is excellent news. Now, swimming is accessible to a wide range of people who deal with physical issues that make other exercises like running less appealing. That can make swimming a good choice for older adults looking to improve their health and their sleep. Swimming can also be good as physiological benefits for people with dementia, and is shown to be improving people's moods in general. And it can help you to manage stress, and it's also safe for pregnancy. Pregnant women and babies can also reap some wonderful rewards from swimming. It may even protect babies against a type of neurological issue called hypoxia ischemia. But more research is needed. Aside from potential benefits to the child, swimming is an exercise that can be performed in all 3 trimesters. No adverse effects of swimming in chlorinated pools while pregnant. In fact, pregnant women who swam during their early to mid-pregnancy had a lower risk of preterm labor and congenital effects. Keep in mind that while swimming is generally considered safe during pregnancy, some women may have activity restrictions due to complications in pregnancy. Talk to your doctor first before starting any new exercise programs during pregnancy, and if you have complications, ask about activities that are safe. It's really good because swimming can be good for kids too. Of course, your kids will need how to learn either structured swimming lessons or be part of a swimming team. And it's affordable. All you want to do is maybe pay a fee for public schools or other centers which offer swim hours for free or for a sliding scale according to your income. So that's really very, very good. And as always, remember to keep yourself warmed up so that you do not strain your exercise. Okay? Have a good day and do enjoy yourself.